Hey. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So I did not plan on getting on here, but it's just a must that I do. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to get on here, even though I did not give a warning. And while you're doing that, I'll be preparing some of my orders that need to go out today while we talk. And I won't be on here with you extremely long, but I just had something that just hit me just a second, and I want to share. And I want to make sure that I'm being active on YouTube the same way I am on my other social media platforms. Okay, so let's get right into it. So hopefully, if you're not able to see this while I'm on here right now, you'll be able to check it out later on. So let's just get right into it. So this morning, I have actually spent probably about 2 or 3 hours this morning, and it's just 11 o'clock here Central Standard Time where I am. Anyway, I've been on the phone with 3 wholesalers, and I won't say they're wholesalers, they're women that own wellness businesses, and somehow or another they found me. And so whether it be a Google search, whether it be my group on Facebook, whether it be the ads that they see, or maybe them doing a a YouTube search here, they found me, and they're very excited about adding some products to their business. And so it just hit me like if 3 of them, if I've been on the phone with 3 of them this morning, then like they're like this is not a coincidence. So let me just tell you where I'm going with this. And hopefully my phones and stuff won't ring because it'll happen as soon as I get on here and I go live. But anyway, if y'all see me over here looking to the side, I'm having to check the phone as I go. So anyway, I'm Tawana. I'm the #1 Yoni wholesaler. I'm the owner of Tawana's Yoni and Things, and this is a very, 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 very good time for me to go over this sort of things with my potential wholesalers and also the wholesalers that already purchase your products from me. Like we are embarking on income tax or the season of returns, right? And so a lot of times this may be the only opportunity that you may have to actually get a leg up and actually start a business, or the only time that maybe you may have the funds at your access to start running a business. And so if you stumbled upon this video, then obviously you're interested in opening up a Yoni business or an adult toy business, because that's what I do. Okay, so 2/22/22 is coming up on Tuesday. All right, that'll never happen again, right? 2/22/22. So February 22nd, 2022. I will put together 3 packages, and these are going to be some major savings. Just because that date is significant, I want to make sure that I do something significant for my wholesaler. So I'll probably be running a special on my Yoni Pops. And if you don't know what a Yoni Pop is, you need to go back into some of the older videos that I've done. To date, I've sold 14,000 of these Yoni Pops. I've actually put countless women in business. So the Yoni Pop is actually what I started with. Currently, I wholesale Yoni Pops, I wholesale Yoni Pearls, Yoni steam gowns, adult toys, the whole 9, right? But I actually just started with a Yoni Pop, so we have to start somewhere. So if you stumbled upon this video, it was not by coincidence, it was by design. You stumbled up on Tawana's Yoni and Things for a reason. So I will be doing that. I have a group on Facebook, and our book on Facebook is called Tawana's Yonis and Teens Wellness and Consultation. So in that group, you're able to ask questions, you're able to kind of interact with us, and sometimes get exclusive deals that are not even on the website. I will actually type in, well, actually, it's going across the screen. here. So if you're watching me, if you'll watch this later and you're interested in Yoni Wellness products, then what you will do is you'll actually go on the link that I have right here on the screen, and you'll get an option where it says purchase wholesale or start a wholesale biz. And once you click on that link, you should have access to just about everything you need to start a wellness business. Again, I only started with a Yoni pop. The Yoni Pop absolutely changed my life. The wellness business, let's talk about the wellness business in general. It's 2022. We as women, we as women of color, we're starting to do a lot of things different. In the 1940s and the 1950s, a woman was super blessed if you made it past the age of 40 or 50. In 2022, honey, we're just not getting started. We're just not getting started at that age. So I would credit that to making sure that your wellness, that you're doing your due diligence and making sure that you're doing things to keep yourself well. And that means internally and externally. So in this case, we focus on feminine wellness products. We focus on feminine natural wellness products. So this business is projected to earn the revenue into the billions, and these numbers are projected to go from 2010, 22, 2025, and beyond. So this is a perfect time to get into the business. So if you need questions answered, if you just want to inquire, because I certainly understand. I was just talking to a potential wholesaler on the phone. We had a great conversation. So if you're looking at me, girl, hey, and it was so nice to talk to you on the phone. I sent you your email. And so she actually has a business. She has a business that's up and running. She just wants to add something to supplement that business. She has an awesome business, and I don't want to say what type of business that she has, but wellness products works hand in hand. It's like hand in glove. So it's a perfect addition to her business. I think she wants to start focusing on two things. So speaking of, if you're wanting or if you're interested in starting a wellness business and you don't know where to start, well, I would encourage you to at least start with Yoni Pops. That's exactly what I started with. So if you go to my website now to wonderjourneyandteens.com, you're going to see several things that we offer. Packages, consultation. I even wrote a couple of books. But it all started from a Yoni Pop. So when it comes in terms of business, we don't want to overwhelm ourselves either, because that's how, people like to talk about business. They like to talk about making the money. They like to talk about the freedom. They like to talk about being independent. But, you rarely hear how difficult business can be. So I don't always tell my clients, or I don't always tell my friends, how that we're eating ice cream and cake every day. Some days are hard, some days you work longer than others. So where I'm going with this is that we don't want to waste our time. We don't want to invest in things that potentially will not bring us back a profit, or invest in things that won't potentially grow our business. So if I were you, in my opinion, if you even wanted to start a wellness business, I start with three things. I start with three products, or even if you just started with one, like me, a Yoni Pop, I wouldn't overwhelm myself. I'm just gonna be packing some orders while y'all are listening to me. But I think that is sometimes that alone is what causes a person to be disencouraged, to quit. It's because they overwhelm themselves in the beginning. See, we have to crawl before we walk. Like everything starts with something. Everything starts with something. So I'll give you a little back history about me. I actually started with one product because I already own two businesses. So this was something that I decided to do during a pandemic. My business, my barber and style shop, was shut down. I did not know we were going to be able to open back up. Come on now, you guys remember? You remember at the nail shop and the hair salons and the massage parlors, we had to shut down. And, unfortunately, that's the line of work that I work in. So actually starting a Yoni business was not intentional at all. I was actually supporting a friend of mine by purchasing them. And I had not even tried them before, but I decided that I would try. I'm just one of those type people. I will never sell something to someone that I don't believe in, and that's just me personally. To each his own. Do what you want to do, but I don't sell things that I don't believe in. And so I decided to purchase the Yoni Pop. I actually tried it, and if you have not watched that video, you definitely need to go back and watch that video. But once I tried it, I knew that I would have to share this product with people, but I didn't even know how to say it. Like, how do you just start talking about, I'm a notary, I am a loctician. How do you just start talking about something that you put in your hoo-ha? So anyway, I got past that part. I actually just started posting in my story, that sort of thing. And yeah, the rest is history. 14,000 Yoni Pop sold later. And that's just not because I quote unquote sell well. These products sell themselves, you know? I don't have to beg a person to purchase my products. Once they try them, it sells itself. So you have to know in your mind what you want to accomplish, what you want to set out to accomplish. So say for example, your goal is just to make an extra, your goal is to make an extra, say $500 a month or whatever your goal may be, then that's what we focus on. We don't focus on things in never land, or oh, I want to get rich quick, or I'm going to do this get rich quick scheme, because it normally just don't work like that. Like, people just don't go around giving away money. Or if that's the case where we, could get rich quick, then we all be, right? So, anywho, if you think in terms of this, and I'm going to show you this, I hope you can see this in the camera. These are Yoni Pop suppositories. Let's get to the camera good. You see? Okay, so they come in two. They come in packages like this in two. Let's make sure. Let me see if I can. Okay. So, if you go on my website, you'll see what two of them retail for. And I have them available for wholesale. So you see how small this is? You see how small that is? Well, this is important for one or two reasons. Because me being your wholesaler, it's my job to make you profit. Because when I'm not making you money, it's not making a lot of sense, right? So I often encourage my wholesalers to start off with just a Yoni Pop. The first thing a Yoni Pop does is well, this thing works magic. I'll tell you about that in just a second. But let's talk about in terms of profit margin for a second. Like I said, I have all sorts of Yoni products and wellness products available, but I started there. So when you think of in terms of a Yoni Pop to ship is probably going to be about 3 ounces, 3 ounces, give or take. That doesn't count in like your business cards or whatever else you want to drop into your package. This doesn't even apply to people that sell them hand to hand. But when it comes in terms of what you sell them for, what I provide them for you wholesale, and the shipping costs, the profit margin is really good. It's really good. So when you think in terms of starting off that way, in the beginning of any business, our goal is to provide a great product, but our goal is also to make profit, because we're not in business for nonprofit. We're in business to make profit, right? So when you're shipping something this small, when you're shipping something that small, it saves you a lot. So on average, I think the ship this is where I live is about $3.74 or something like that. And I actually meet my customers in the middle. Like I'll pay like $1 or something. Like once it's all calculated, like they actually save $1. But however you decide to do it, if you decide to add the $3.74 or whatever on top of the price, whether you sell it for $15.99, $19.99, whatever you decide to do, my wholesalers sell their things for different prices. You'll quickly realize the profit margin that you make off a Yoni Pop will easily walk you into purchasing other wellness products to add in addition to your business. Not only that, your clients are going to absolutely love the Yoni Pop. They're going to absolutely love the Yoni Pop. Okay. So you start with something that you can afford. Secondly, it has lightweight, it's easily shipped, and the profit margin is amazing. So with that being said, I mean, how do you lose? How do you lose? All right. Now, as time goes on, I let my clients actually walk me into the next thing that I would would sell, which would be Yoni pearls, and then I started to do Yoni bars and that sort of thing. But it's never something I just woke up and said, "Oh, let me do this today," or "I just love to make some more money, so let me do that." No, I listen to my customers, so that's very, very important. It's very important that you listen to your clients. It's very important that you listen to your wholesalers because they're the ones that, first of all, they're the ones that support you. Okay. So when we think in terms of doing business, it's like this. Okay. I love chicken, right? But if I was going fishing, I wouldn't put chicken in the water. I would put a stinky liver or a minnow because that's what the fish like. So I always think about that when it comes in terms of business. You may get overwhelmed just adding things that you like because you're not the customer, if that makes sense. So anyway, back to the Yoni Pop, the benefits of it. So a Yoni Pop is a suppository that you insert inside your vagina. And so the Yoni Pop is an all-natural product. And for more information on that, y'all got my website right there on the screen, so you can go and check that out. Whoever's watching me right now, I certainly appreciate you tuning in. So anyway, the Yoni Pop suppository is something that you will get you'll get results within 4 to 6 hours. So say, for example, you inserted this thing, say 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you put it in your hoo-ha, about 7 o'clock that evening, you start to wind down, you take a shower. Look, the thing dissolves all by itself. So it's not one of those things like, oh, okay, well, how do I get it out? It dissolves all by itself. So let's go back. So from the time you insert it in, and it's about 3 o'clock in the evening, something like that, this thing is working as magic. So you should be feeling something then. I mean, you should be feeling some good stuff, right? So what does the Yoni Pop accomplish? So it accomplishes several things. I have some women that suffer from endometriosis. I have some women that suffer from fibroid issues. I have some women that have awful cycles, very heavy cycles. I even have some clients that suffer from herpes. And let me start right there. Let me throw this disclaimer in. This is certainly not a cure. This is certainly not a product to cure, prevent anything. This is an all-natural suppository. But I can tell you that they have shared with me that it actually relieve them a lot more than maybe a salve or a cream that they've been prescribed, right? So I'm not saying that it cures it at all, but it certainly will relieve it. Also, I do have some women that just have a foul smell down below, whether it be their diet, whether it be, it could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things that play off into it. But to have something that you insert into your hoo-ha, and in 4 to 6 hours, you immediately see a difference, and its effect could last up to 30 days. Come on now, how could you beat me? You just can't. So I always like to tell my clients, things sell their sales. I'm not here to be a salesperson. If you can hear me, you certainly know I believe in what I do. I don't have to shove anything down anyone's throat once they purchase from me. Normally they come back for more. So let's talk about purchasing. I had a client ask me just a second ago, do I provide samples? I don't. So to help you out with that, if you like a sample of a product, so say, for example, in terms of speaking of Yoni Pop, the best way to sample is to purchase one. Purchase it. They come in a set of 2 for $14.99, or you can get a set of 2 and the applicators included for $19.99. So that's the best way to sample the product. So the same way with Yoni oils, Yoni bars, and that sort of thing. If you want to give it a try, if you want to see what my products do, get on my website, TawanaSYoniandThings.com, and check it out for yourself. The next thing, they asked me how these things packaged. So for example, on our wholesale program, say for example, you order Yoni Pops. Well, I send you the quantity that you purchase. So say, for example, you order 15 or 30. They're going to come in like a little plastic sleeve, and it'll be all of them in one. You're still responsible for repackaging them yourself. So I sell mine in 2s. I don't sell them in 1. I sell them in 2. So if you purchase 30, then you're going to have to purchase the capsules that they go in so that you can ship them out the same way I do. No worries. I wholesale the capsules also. So just about everything you need to do, the packaging, the whole 9, I provide that for you. So let me tell you why I do that. So when I first started, I'm not going to say that it wasn't a resource, because I certainly had someone that I may could, talk to or ask. But there were a lot of territory that was just, it was just a lot of ground that just had not been touched because, in my case, in the area that I live in, these products were fairly new. Now, I have heard of these products when I travel, but I never used them. But I would hear people talk about them. But to think that, I would be given the opportunity to maybe share them, I would have never thought that. And I wouldn't have ever thought that. So anyway, I thought, you know what? I want to be to someone looking at me right now. I want to be to you what somebody wasn't to me. And I don't know who's on here with me right now, so I'm not just zooming in on you or anything. But anyway, so I thought, like, I'm sure, like, people have so many questions. Like, they're gonna need branding. They're gonna want to know how to start. They're gonna want to know all these things that I basically had to figure out on my own. So I'm like, you know what? Let me help them out. Let me help them out. Let me put packages together so that I can be a one-stop shop. And that is exactly what I did. So speaking of a one-stop shop, I'm gonna get to my last. I'm gonna get to the last thing I want to talk about a little bit, and then I'm gonna get out here. Hold on, just a second. Let me just make sure my connection is good. And if y'all are watching me, definitely drop in the comments where you're watching me from. That always makes my day. The reach, like when people call me and I see like on the phone where they're calling me from, that always gets me excited. I'm like, how'd you find me, girl? Hey, girl, hey. Okay. So I don't know how to watch it on my phone, but anyway, I'll look at that in a minute. Okay, so let's get into this part because this part I never seen. I never seen this for coming. I did not really see the Yoni pops going as well as they did, but I certainly didn't see this cut. So anywho, many of you that are watching me right now, you may purchase your wholesale products from me, right? So you already know what time it is, right? But for you that are watching me, or you'll watch me later, I also wholesale adult products, adult toys. So let me tell you how I got there. These Yoni pops did so well. These Yoni pops, I know they changed lives because I absolutely loved them. And y'all, the first time I inserted that thing, I was scared out of my mind. Y'all have to go back and look at that video. If you hadn't, you need to go back and look at that video. But anyway, I was scared out of my mind. And about 3 hours in, I was like, ooh, ooh, what's going on down there? So anyway, y'all, listen. I never told my husband that I put that thing in there. But let me just tell you, he told me. So I can't say a lot of stuff on YouTube, but I'm just saying these things you don't have to force this on anybody. It will certainly do what it's supposed to do on the sound. So anyway, after I sold the Yoni pops, and I would get a great conversion rate. Like my customers would come back. Like they would come back. I mean, and consistency is key. And don't get me wrong, it means a lot to me when people purchase things from me, but I'm telling you, it means so much more when I get repeat customers. Because that means that you purchased my product, you believe in it, you know it worked, and you came back and bought it again, and you shared it with your family and your friends. So that certainly means a lot to me. So anyway, as time goes on, I would actually find myself building a bond with these women in my group on Facebook. So they would like talk to me. It began to be one of those things like these women, like we actually formed a sisterhood. Like these women talked to me, and we started to talk about stuff even outside of wellness. How was your day? Or did your children did y'all have the birthday party? Or hey, it's your anniversary? It just took a life of its own. So anyway, I would start to get anonymous messages because I would share it from time to time in the group. You can send me an email or whatever. It's an anonymous question or something that you don't want to share in the group, and I'll answer it in here or I'll give you a direct message back. So it took a little while, but I would start to get these emails. And let me tell you, they would get longer and longer and longer. And these women would tell me everything from I just recently went through a divorce, or me and my partner or my husband are separated. And this is when I heard I'm not going to say I was surprised by it. I was kind of surprised that they would share it with me. But hey, they had the confidence in me and they knew it wouldn't go outside of the conversation they sent in the email. But I had a lady share with me that she knew that her husband stepped out on her. Like she knew it. She knew it. And for whatever reason, she just couldn't walk away, whatever. But she wanted to make sure that she always used the Yoni pop because it immediately changed um, the way her down there smelled. So she was kind of explaining that she knew that he stepped out, and so it would cause BV when he came back. It was just a lot. But anyway, I thought to myself, there are so many things that women go through that they don't ever say anything about. They don't ever say anything about it. They shove this stuff on the road. You may hear them like in a huddle conversation, but just to get on here and just talk about it like I do, or just keep it real, you rarely hear that. So anyway, as time went on, I would get some of the women, or some of the women would say, unfortunately, my husband passed away. Like, what do I do when I'm not interested in another guy at this time, and I'm just kind of going through this? So, a friend of mine that actually does a similar business to me, she inboxed me and she said, just randomly, "Hey, Tawana, you've been doing well with the Yoni products. Have you ever thought about adding adult toys to it?" And so she and I just have this relationship. I just, reply back with emojis laughing. Because that day, seriously, that's the last thing I was thinking about. So she told me, she said, "Well, listen, if you're interested, then I'll help you." And so the first thing my mind thought about was the same thing. I thought about starting this Yoni business. Like, how do I say that? Where do I even start talking about adult toys? So what I did is I followed trends on Twitter. And so just so happened that toy that she was talking about, it was trending. It was trending for days on social media platforms. So I thought, maybe it's trending because it's spring and summer. Maybe this is going on right now, but it'll probably sizzle down here in a little bit. So I thought, let me give it a shot. She helped me through that process. Turns out that vendor was a complete, I'm not gonna say a disaster, but honey, they take too long, honey. My customers are spoiled. And if y'all looking at me, I know you laughing now because when y'all place an order today, y'all want it in the door tomorrow. Y'all know how you are. Y'all know how y'all do me, right? And that's cool. I love y'all. So anyway, this vendor had great products, but like I said, look, honey, y'all take too long. So anyway, the first batch of them that I purchased, they sold out, y'all, like in 3 or 4 days. So I'm like, maybe she does know what she's talking about. So she would continue to just kind of give me nuggets. She would kind of give me updates on some things she was thinking about doing, just to kind of see where things would go. Let me tell y'all, from summer all the way through fall, all the way through winter, all the way through Valentine's Day the next year, up until this day today, these adult toys sell just as well as my Yoni products. Okay? So again, I'll go back to what I said. Um, we don't always need to focus on what we like. So, for example, that may not be something that I necessarily care for, but my customers absolutely love them. And I work for my clients, I work for my wholesalers. If I'm not making them any money, then I'm not making any money. Okay. So when I get off of here, I'm gonna drop. No, it's on the screen. Sorry, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking I'm on Facebook Live. Okay, so Tawana'sYoniandThings.com is my website. If you go into the area where it says purchase wholesale, you're gonna see everything that we offer there. You're also gonna be you'll see a link to our adult store. So if you're interested in wholesale there, click on the product, click on the toy that you would like, and then there should be a wholesale option under it. Or if you don't see it there, you are welcome to give me or send me an email. I'm happy to send you a link. I'm happy to create your invoice and we'll get it taken care of. So what we have available now is we have our dual rolls. We have all variations of the rolls. So the original rolls, we have the dual rolls, we have the rose egg, and that is one of the most popular adult toys at this time. Let me turn it off. I'll call them back in a second. So that's our most popular toys, at the moment. And so it's a great time. It is a great time to go ahead and start a wellness business, start an adult toy business. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go searching for these products. I'm here. You don't have to go through what I went through. You don't have to wait on shipping forever. I'm sorry. I'm not thinking sorry. But anyway, speaking of shipping, speaking of those sort of things, I have a FAQ page on my website, and this is going to give you a timeline on when to expect your products, how quickly we ship, It's going to share with you our return policy. It tells you when we ship, the whole nine, so we don't have you guessing. So once you place your order, you'll know, what to expect. Speaking of placing the order, your confirmation or your tracking number automatically updates. So you don't have to email me and say, hey, Tawana, did you remember? Hey, Tawana, did it? You don't have to do any of it. Okay. I'm not saying I'm Amazon, but girl, I be working. Okay. If y'all watching me, you purchase your wholesale products from me. Y'all know I don't play. Y'all know I do not play. When you purchase your products, y'all know I do not play. I work my tail off. Now I'm sitting in here in the office right now just chit chatting. But if y'all seen all these packages, if y'all seen over here and what I got going on, I don't play. So anyway, last but not least, 2/22/22. 2/22/22, February 2nd, February 22nd, 2022 is coming up on Tuesday. So I'm going to run some amazing deals on my toys. I'm going to run some amazing deals on the Yoni products. So as far as Yoni products, I'm probably going to discount my Yoni Pops. So for those of you that are interested in starting a Yoni business and you want to start with Yoni Pops like I did, I'm probably going to discount those. I also want to put a package together that includes maybe Yoni Pops, Yoni Pearls, and Yoni Oil, a special. So that makes that gives you 3 products to start off with. And that's perfect if you already have a business already up and going and you just kind of want to add something to supplement with it. Perfect. I send it to you, it's ready to go. Even if you need the capsules to put it in, I can do that. Okay. And then thirdly, I'm going to put a package together on 2/22/22 with adult toys. All right. So these products are on hand. You still have to refer to my shipping policy because even a wholesale order, even if I'm telling you I have it on hand, my shipping policy tells you that it could take from 7 to 14 business days. Normally, my shipping goes out before that, but I have to be realistic. Like I can't be sitting up here telling you, oh, if you order today, I'm gonna give it to you tomorrow. Those of you that do business with me, y'all know if I don't do anything, I keep it real. If I can do it, I can do it, and if I can't, I can't. Don't get me wrong, I'm in business for profit, but the money is not that important to me to ruin my reputations, okay? So I certainly hope you appreciate that. But anywho, I'm Tawana with Tawana's Yoni Teens, y'all. I'm so happy whoever got on here with me. I can't even see because I'm looking at this screen and that's going on over there. If you end up watching this video later, check out the description. That's going to give you the information on how to reach me. My website is down below. It's time to take control of your life in 2022, okay? For those of you that are looking at me, you just did not stumble upon this video just by coincidence. It didn't happen that way, okay? You've been thinking in your mind that I want to trade this 9 to 5 and I want to open up my own business. Let me just tell you something. I'm not going to sit on here and tell you that it's going to be easy. That's a lie, but I can promise you it'll be worth it, okay? I've been an entrepreneur going on 11, 12 years. Look, I started selling candy at school when I was 14. I've always had an entrepreneur spirit, okay? Even though, sometimes I didn't know where the entrepreneur spirit was going. Today, I thank God it makes sense. Thank you, God. Thank God it makes sense today. But anyway, with that being said, it would have never made sense if I would have quit. Quitters just never win, okay? There have been a lot of times in business that I've made money, I've lost money, I've made friends, there's been so many things, but overall, it is certainly worth it, okay? So if I can help you on your entrepreneur journey, selling wellness products, selling adult toys, it'd be my absolute pleasure. I'm Tawana with Tawana's Yoni and Things. I hope you join me again for another video very soon. Have a fantastic Thursday. Ciao for now. I don't know why I can't end my video. Okay, now I guess they want me to tell you guys bye again. I'm Tawana. Be sure to subscribe, give me a comment here, hit that